Okay, so the file that we're going to open is in a folder called Solar System. So you'll find the link in the description to a Solar System zip file. You're going to unzip it and open either the 2023 or 2020 max file. There will be some texture files here as well that it should link to. So when I open it, you'll see that we've got a very simplistic view of the solar system consisting of just the sun in the center, the earth, and the moon. It's obviously not scientifically accurate, it's just to demonstrate some animation principles. So how do we want this to work? We want the earth to go around the sun, we want the moon to go around the earth, and we want the earth to be slightly tilted on its axis. Now that's not achievable on its own, so let me just demonstrate that to you. If I go to this view and I zoom into the earth, if I tilt the earth's axis like that, and then I rotate the earth, I get a wobble. Even if I change the coordinate to local, I still get a wobble. So that's not going to work for us just straight off the bat like that. So we've got to use a little bit of trickery to create this slightly more complex animation. What we're going to do is we're going to create some helper objects to help us achieve our animation, and we're going to link to them. So this video is all about creating hierarchies and linking and creating a few keyframes. So I'm going to go to my helpers and I'm going to add a dummy. Just drag it out. And I'm going to center it, and then I'm just going to move it onto the center of the earth. Okay, then what I want is I want the pivot point for this object, for this dummy object, which I'm going to call Earth Orbit Controller. Earth Orbit Controller. And I want the pivot point to be in the center here. Otherwise it's just going to rotate on itself instead of rotating around the sun. So I'm going to go to the Hierarchy tab, Effect Pivot Only, right click on the Select and Move tool and just zero that out. So the pivot point is now in the center, which means that if I rotate that pivot point, whoops, that needs to be on the y-axis, it's going to go in the direction I want it to. And in fact, let me set that rotation right now. So I'm going to be at 0 frames, put auto key on, create a keyframe, go to the end, and then I'm going to change the value so that it rotates roughly 1 full rotation. Okay, that's 1 full rotation. Now at the moment, if I link the Earth to that, it's going to be fine, but the problem is the Earth also rotates and it needs to be tilted in order to rotate. So we need to create another dummy object. So I'm just going to do it all in this view so that it's nice and neat. So another dummy object, we'll call it Earth Rotation Controller, Earth Axis Tilt. Okay, and we're going to center it and then move it out on top of the other one like that. And then what we need to do is to tilt this one, but we need to link it first. So we're going to link Earth Axis Tilt, so link tool, drag from Earth Axis Tilt, oh, let me do it here, from there to there. so we can see now Earth Orbit Controller is the parent object, Earth Axis Tilt is the child object. Okay, so now we can tilt this, and we're going to do it very slightly like that. Okay, so if we look at our animation now, it's linked to the original object, but now it's tilted. Then what we need to do is we need to link the Earth to the Earth axis tilt so that we can rotate the Earth on an axis without getting a wobble. So I'm going to link the Earth like that. So you can see I just dragged Earth up onto Earth axis tilt so that it is on that object, and then we need to rotate it. Okay, I made a mistake here. I'm going to undo until that tilt. Okay, so before we tilt it, I need to do this. So Earth linked to Earth axis tilt. Then I'm going to rotate the Earth, make a keyframe, and over 100 frames, let's just rotate it. This is going to be on the Z axis. Okay, it doesn't matter how many degrees, just so long as it's rotating. Okay. So we've got the Earth rotating, and now we need to go to the Earth axis tilt, and we need to tilt it like that. So now we won't get a wobble when we play this animation. Let's just go out a little bit here. Let's play this. Okay, so that's what we want. Alright, so now last step is to link the moon to the Earth Orbit Controller, and then rotate the moon around and put the pivot point in the middle. We can actually connect it to the Earth, but then it will also be tilted. So let's just keep it simple. So we want the moon object to be linked to the Earth Orbit Controller, like that, which means the moon is going around with the Earth. Now we need to rotate that moon. So I'm going to go to the top view, and we need to go to Hierarchy, Effect, Pivot Only, Move, and this is going to go into the middle of that Earth Orbit object. Okay, and now we can rotate that. So Auto, keyframe, and it is going to be on the Z axis. Okay. Alright, so now you'll see that if I play it, you can see the moon is going around the Earth, and the Earth is going around the Sun, and the Earth is tilted on its axis. So for a fairly simple animation, there's a few tricks that you have to do in order to get that animation to work properly. So this is just a demonstration of how you can use linking, pivot points, and dummy objects to achieve a slightly more complex animation than just simple animating of individual objects. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time.